Should the 49ers sign linebacker C.J. Mosley? Yesterday, he was let go and released by the New York Jets. He's a decorated player, and the Niners have a need at that linebacker spot after losing Dre Greenlaw to the Denver Broncos. A pretty good center is also available as the Patriots are moving on from fan favorite, organizational favorite David Andrews. The Niners are checking in on a pretty good edge rusher who I think should be the backup plan after the Niners missed out on Joey Bosa, according to a report, and a long-term safety in the National Football League. Visiting with the 49ers today. It's all coming up here on the show. This is the 49ers Report. My name is Chase Sr. I first want you to be honest with me here. Grade the Niners offseason up to this point as we sit here on this Thursday, March 13th. A, B, C, D, or F. Fascinated to see what you all say. So the Jets releasing 32-year-old linebacker C.J. Mosley on Wednesday, and the 49ers do have a need at the linebacker position. And I know that John Lynch has said we need to get younger, we need to shed some salary, and the Niners' actions have backed that up. But at this point, the Niners just need players. They are very thin along the defensive line, very thin at the linebacker spot. I know they believe in their young linebackers and D. Winters, Tatum Bethune, Jalen Graham potentially, but the acquisition of C.J. Mosley becomes somewhat interesting here. And he has a Robert Saleh connection. Now in 2024, he barely played, only 4 games with the New York Jets. The 3 seasons prior to that, though, he was very durable. 17 games played. He was well over 100 tackles in each of those seasons. 2 TFLs, 5 TFLs, 5 TFLs from 2021 through 2023. In coverage, a pretty good backer, as evidenced by the pass breakup numbers there. 7 each in 2022 and in 2023. Couple of interceptions mixed in there as well. And the last time that he played a full season, he was all over the place. Has good speed, has good instincts. He's been getting it done for a very long time. And in that last year that he played a full season in 2023, all 17 games, 152 tackles, 5 TFLs, 7 pass breakups. His coverage numbers, not bad either. Only gave up 1 touchdown in coverage, had 7 pass breakups to just 1 interception. He was targeted 52 times, did give up 38 passes there, allowing a quarterback rating of 99.3. But sometimes when you play alongside an elite player like Fred Warner, that can help you find some more success. And when I mention C.J. Mosley being a decorated player, it's exactly what he is. Drafted all the way back in 2014 out of Alabama with the 17th overall pick by the Baltimore Ravens. He was with the Ravens 2014 through 2018, with the Jets since then, and throughout his career, in 10 years, he's been a 5-time second-team All-Pro. 2014, 2016 through 2018, 2022, 5-time Pro Bowler, that same stretch there, member of the All-Rookie team. He won 2 BCS National Championships in 2011 and in 2012. Butkus Award winner for the best linebacker in college football. Obviously, the college accolades, long time ago. But as recent as 2022, he was a second-team All-Pro. And in 2023, he played very good football. And so again, I know the Niners are trying to get younger here, but they also need players in general. They need a linebacker. And I think that C.J. Mosley could be worlds better than Devondre Campbell was. But if the Niners want to go full-on, rebuild, just give younger players snaps, I am intrigued to see what D. Winters could do and what he is potentially able to do with the potential that he has. Flies around, plays the game with this velocity, with this speed, reckless abandon that makes him very fun to watch. From the linebacker spot, where the Niners have a need, to the center position. The New England Patriots this morning releasing longtime Patriots legend, center David Andrews. He becomes a free agent, set to hit the open market. He is a little bit older at 32 years old, but with the Patriots making this change at center, with the plans to release a franchise pillar, as Mike Reese put it, 8-time team captain in David Andrews. Will he decide to extend his career, or will he decide to retire? He is recovering from a shoulder surgery. If he does decide to retire, the expectation is that the team would host a ceremony for him to honor his widespread contributions over the last decade. Albert Breer, NFL insider, has close ties to the Patriots, does a lot of work within the Boston media market, and said, you will not find players who are more respected within an organization by the front office, his teammates, and his coaches than David Andrews. Now, David Andrews has been a really good center for a long time. But again, I'm not sure this fits the timeline of what the Niners are trying to accomplish by going with a younger player. And as we sit here right now, looks as though San Francisco might be content moving forward with Jake Brendel as their starting center in 2025. They haven't made a move in that regard yet. They do have Drake Nugent, a UDFA from last year's class that I'm intrigued by. He was a good player at Stanford, good player for Michigan, started every game en route to Michigan, winning the national championship a couple of years ago. And I just don't think Jake Brendel is good enough. I also don't think it makes sense to go with the player like David Andrews if he wants to continue to play. Now, if the Niners were in Super Bowl contention, and I don't believe they are for this upcoming season, it might make sense. But they're not there. More to get to here on the show. Want to continue to tell you about this Niners polo. Thanks to our friends at Fanatics. Continues to be on sale. All sizes available. Was $80. Now available for just $43. Use that link down below. chatsports.com/49polo. According to a report, the 49ers have reached out to edge rusher Azeez Ojulari, a former second-round pick out of Georgia, a player who I'm a fan of. And after Joey Bosa signed with the Buffalo Bills, I tweeted out the other night, I think that the Niners should show some interest in Azeez Ojulari. He has had to deal with some injuries throughout his career, but he's still a young player with draft pedigree. He's only 24 years old. And when he's been on the field, I actually think he's been an intriguing piece and somewhat productive when he has been on the field. He did only play 11 games in 2024, but he had 6 sacks in those 11 games. In 2023, he played 11 games, had 2.5 sacks. In 2022, 7 games, 5.5 sacks. As a rookie, played in all 17 with 13 starts, and he had 8 sacks. And so you look at his career numbers here. Yes, he's missed some time. I know the Niners want to have players who can stay on the football field, but Josh Uche with the Philadelphia Eagles just signed for $1.5 million, and he's a little bit older than Azeez Ojulari, but he's been more productive. Uche had a season of 11.5 sacks. Ojulari is younger, similar type of player with that twitch, speed, explosiveness coming off that edge, but I would take a chance on Azeez Ojulari. You hope that he can stay healthy. You need another edge rusher. As of right now, Sam Okwuonu would be the other edge rusher opposite of Nick Bosa. I like what Okwuonu was able to do last year. A pretty good developmental story. But Ojulari, under Chris Kocurek, under Robert Saleh, I think could be a really good player, and you could get good bang for your buck. And if you sign him to a 2-year deal, that could be a flex for San Francisco. One of those moves where you don't give him a lot of coin, but you could potentially get some really good production back, and I think that he could be a good scheme fit under Robert Saleh. And again, when you bring in a coach, the likes of Robert Saleh, you're hoping that he can do a good job coaching, developing, maximizing players, putting them in a position to succeed. And with this Niners roster a little bit thin on talent going into 2025, Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh are really going to have to coach their tails off. We round out with this. Safety Juan Thornhill, who was a rookie in 2019 with the Kansas City Chiefs when they beat the Niners in the Super Bowl, meeting with the 49ers today. I'm not sure what the Niners' plan is at the safety spot, but right now they have way too many safeties on their 90-man roster. Juan Thornhill is a player who played with the Chiefs, then went to the Cleveland Browns, ended up getting a nice little bag to play with Cleveland. It's hard to gauge how good or bad players are when they're not in an ideal situation like Cleveland. In 2024, 11 games played. Thornhill, solid player. allowed a quarterback rating when targeted of 93.8. He had 3 pass breakups, gave up a touchdown, 12 catches on 21 attempts when targeted. Been a good safety for a long while in the NFL. He's still only 28 years old. If you could sign him at a bargain discount, this is another player as a backup option or insurance policy, if Jair Brown can't find it, who could be a decent player for San Francisco at the right price tag. Be sure to give me a follow on social media. I'm on X and Instagram. The numbers are popping on both platforms. And don't forget to hit that sub button here on the Niners Report. We'll be live a little bit later.